What's going on, guys? Kyger here. I've done all the other elements. Today I want to do Earth. What are the best Earth units for free to play and pay to win? Let's get into it.
반드시 돌아오게 하겠어.
더 이상 하수인만으로 남지 않아. 이제부턴 나를 위하여 오로지 나만 깨어있을 뿐.
멈춰.
모두들
절대.
후회? 하, 네가 누구랑 얘기하는 줄은 아는 거야?
Alright guys, so as an explanation, I've done this in all the other videos. What we're talking about here is, as you'll see in the background, you'll see these three fairies right here, as well as Primrose right here, which is the Gen 1 fairies. Then in this box, we have the Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4, and Gen 5 fairies. These are all free to play as they're accessible from the basic summoning pool. So when we talk about the free to play fairies, we're going to talk about all 5 of these options plus one spending fairy, which is one that's not part of this list, and then talk about the free to play PvP and PvE teams. And then when we talk about the pay to win, we will use all possible Earth fairies in the conversation. So just a quick rundown. We have every element has one SR fairy, which is worth mentioning. This one is to Sunflower, which her basic thing is prevents healing for 5 seconds on the enemy. Then Primrose does a stun for 2 seconds and gives you some damage reduction. It'll also have an animation which is like a brownish barrier. Marigold slows the enemy and then increases damage to monsters weak to earth. Carnation pulls in one time and then does damage over time, unable to dodge. Foxglove passive gives, whenever the owner has a shield, gives them crit and a CC reduction, as well as the active, which does damage, which is this main thing, but also gives you a shield every couple seconds, which will allow the passive to trigger, as well as giving you damage increase. For PvP, for the free-to-play player, this is my setup. The paid fairy is right here. Myrtle. Myrtle is our paid unit right here. It is going to reduce the opponent's defenses and deal good damage over time. This is going to pair really nicely, and the idea here is to use the fairies in succession from left to right. Primrose is going to do the stun. Primrose is a little bit slower than most fairies, so you need to wait for her to land, and then you can go off on these two over here. But you ideally want to click these at pretty much the same time. What's going to happen here is Carnation is going to pull them together, so that when Primrose lands, it'll hit on more players possible, as well as if they're stunned inside the Carnation circle, they're going to take more damage with each second tick. Then Myrtle and Foxglove come in, where Myrtle is going to reduce their defenses and do more damage over time, as well as Foxglove coming in, giving you crit, CC reduction, because we are in PvP, as well as giving you damage increase. If you are able to have 2 more Earth here, that will be a level 5 bonus, which will activate Erode, which every tick of damage you deal to someone is going to stack up erode damage, very much like Carnation. Now for PvE on the free-to-play side, we swapped Myrtle for Snapdragon, and we have kind of a similar thing. We are going to increase our Earth damage plus 30% right there. If you have been playing and you have Anathria SP from their event, this is the same spot but better, with Anathria over Marigold. And then Carnation does the tick damage. As I said, if you have Echo 5, you'll have Erode ticking every time. And then you want to spend most of your time on the second class, which are these two right here. You have Foxglove giving you the crit, which is the most important, allowing you to actually crit higher level PvE. And then you have Snapdragon, which hits like a truck over time. So that is my recommendation right there. As far as the wills, there are a couple options here. Ideally, it would be Mantra and Fierce Attack plus Sprout of Flower. This will be fine in both PvP and PvE, assuming you are in a game mode where you're able to swap fairies. If you are not, something like Elemental Lord, where you can't swap fairies, you would swap out Mantra for another damage increase. The only other option is Earth is very good at ramping damage. I don't think I put it here. No, I didn't. It's very good at ramping damage. So having Fighting Will on all your Earth fairies, as well as Fighting Will Strike on a long drawn out game mode like Guild Boss, will also be something good that you can do. Now, as far as the pay to win, this is the PvP option. You have Birds of Paradise, which does multiple stun attempts as well as high damage. You have Tulip, which has the gamble mechanic, which is just a flat, I believe it's 30% damage increase after the gamble is completed. Then you have Anathria SP, which will shred your opponent's resistances and deal high damage. Then you have Myrtle, which these both do different debuffs, but they both focus on debuffing your enemy and allowing you to deal more damage, which is everything that you're doing in PvP. But this is our main stunner right here. Primrose also stuns, but is a bit too slow for PvP at this point. Then for PvE, Earth damage increase, shred, and damage. So that's the idea here, is Earth weakness, which is higher than Marigold Earth weakness. Then we have the tick damage from Carnation stacked with Erode. Lower their resistances with Myrtle, which also does tick damage, which also works with Erode. And then Snapdragon, which hits super fast a lot, especially if it's a single target. Then you'll get your little blasters to last longer, and then them attacking more often stacks erode even more. And that is the go-to for PvE for my pay-to-win players. Let me know what you guys think down below. Till next time, guys.